man? Welcome back. Claps to you for returning back with me on this podcast journey. It's your host, John C. Munn, J Champ, Bucarino, Jelly Bean, Big Knees, JSL, Pop Lock Pimp in my Langston days. And then I just remember one when I was touring with a stage play, one of the actress used to call me questions. And she would call me questions because all I did was ask questions. I was just always joking and asking questions constantly. She was like, dang, you got a lot of questions. You always asking questions. I hope you learn everything you trying to seek. Because man, I was it's not that I was more so trying to be nosy or get information and learn stuff. I was just creating conversation. And sometimes questions create conversation. So she used to always call me questions. Here come questions. And then also, I was called questions because, so listen, okay. At my school, we had a potluck one day, right? We had a potluck. And it was one of those, nobody, it wasn't necessarily a theme. It was just like we having a potluck. Everybody brings something to eat, right? And on this particular potluck, we had a I don't want to give out too much. We had a teacher who was very, very like vegan, into the health kick and stuff. Like even though they wasn't skinny, and even though it didn't, their life didn't look like it was of a great big bill of health, right? But they were this like renowned vegan, and they had all this vegan, and they knew everything about being a vegetarian and all this stuff. But anyway, so we had the potluck, right? Now I'm going down the line. I'm going down the line. I see cookies. I see the store bought stuff is first. The cookies, the pies, the cake, the soda, the chips, the salsa, and all this and all that, and I think like some other chips and stuff. And then I get to this what is that called? The crock pot with nacho cheese. All right. Now nacho cheese is just like pizza and it's just like hamburgers. Like not that's a fun time snack, right? So I saw the nacho cheese and I'm like, oh yeah, okay. All right, somebody made the nachos. Now, while all this is going on, um, I don't let me see. I don't think they had the names by the dish, like to say what it was, or the person that brought it, I think it was just like I think it did say nacho. Like it had a card or something right there. So I'm like, okay. So I get the chips, man, and if you know me, if we having a potluck, I'm not gonna eat the night before because I'm gonna tear up at this potluck, right? I'm one of them. I'm one of them. Like especially if I bring something and I'm on the board to bring something, or I'm on the potluck committee and I bring me something. I'm gonna tear some food up. I'm not there to be nice and oh just give me no give me don't give me more and then give me a little bit more because I'm gonna come back and get some more. I eat at potluck. I don't know who else is like that. Who else gonna be honest about that? When you go to potluck, you go to these events. Now, side note, I won't do that at other people's house. Like if you invite me to somebody's house and they got food and stuff like that, I don't pig out like that. But if it's something that I'm a part of, I pig out. So anyway, I got this huge bowl of nachos, and I mean I got the Dorito chips. If you make nachos and you got the Dorito chips, then you about to have a really good snack because you can have the regular corn tortilla chips and all that that that's nachos, right? But when you use like Doritos, the spicy nacho Doritos, or if you use the Dorito nachos, or if you use the Dorito Cool Ranch, let me tell you what I did. I had some Cool Ranch and I had some nacho Doritos, and I put them all in the bowl. Like when I say I was gonna eat this nacho, I was gonna eat this nacho. I was gonna make a nacho commercial. I was gonna eat this nacho. So I get back to my little plate, my little table and stuff, and I took a sip of the I think I had like some fruit punch. Took a sip of my fruit punch. having my little conversation with my coworkers and stuff. Hey, having my little chitter chat. I picked up that chip with the cheese on it, put it in my mouth. Man, when I tell you that cheese tasted like wet board, like a wet box or like wet paper or something. It had no nacho taste at all. And I'm talking about I used Doritos. I couldn't even taste the Doritos. It tasted so bad. So I'm I'm that type too. I have to catch my reaction after I react. Is anybody like that? How some people say, it's on my face, or it's hard for me to hide things with my face, or it's hard for me to hide my response to my reaction to things. Like that's how I am. I'm that way. I react first, and then I gotta clean it up later. So I was, ugh. I'm looking, and I had to make sure it was this bad, like it was just this bad. So I took another chip. Horrible. So I put it down, and I'm looking around, and I'm oh, that's what it was. That it wasn't that the name was on the dish. We was doing, it was like a voting thing. It was a voting thing. Who brought the best potluck dish or whatever. So this person that made the nachos then come around and saw my bowl. And at this point, they don't know that I'm looking around trying to see who else is eating this, or I'm looking around trying to see who made this. So then I get the tap on the shoulder and like, oh, I see you eating my nachos. And oh, you made these nachos? And then, yeah. I said, what did you use? This person told me they crushed up peanuts. It was crushed peanuts, water, and something else to give it like the nacho cheese look. But it was one of them dishes that should have never been in the potluck. You know what I'm saying? It's a specialty dish. I have nothing against vegetarian, vegan people and all that and whatnot. I tried it. I tried to go vegan. It's too expensive to try to eat as a vegetarian. But if you go to a potluck, when you bring something, okay, that's like if you bring something that has a whole lot of jalapenos in it. Everybody can't eat jalapenos. So you have to let people know, hey, don't eat that. It got a lot of jalapenos in it, or it's very spicy. This person had no warning about their nachos. There was no like postcard or place marker that said like it looks like nachos, but it really ain't. She, when this person told me that it was crushed peanuts with water, and it was like an oil, crushed peanuts, water, and like an olive oil. So just with your taste bud, think about crushed peanuts, unsalted, crushed peanuts to a powder, right? With water poured on it and olive oil mixed in it, and it was something that made it turn yellow. I'm not sure, or brownish. I guess the peanuts kind of made it keep that color. And it was no meat. Uh, and I don't know if this person used Rotel, but it was horrible. And I'm looking at them, and I'm like, I said, so you made that? And it was like, yeah, you like it, don't you? You like it, don't you? And I was like, it's different. It's different. And from that day forward, I know this is a long story from what I was originally talking about, but from that day forward, I promise to ask questions about anything I eat. And for those of you who know me that's watching this, I'm curious if you're shaking your head in agreement, because I do that. Like I do that. I'll come to your cookout. I'll come to the birthday party. I'll come to the potluck. I'll come to the celebration, the baby shower, or whatever whatever the case may be. But best believe I'm gonna ask, what is this? What is this? Because that thing cleared my system out. You talking about Drano? I was in the bathroom, I want to say for about 4 moons. 4 moons I was in the bathroom. That thing, I lost weight. My teeth got strong. My hair got curly. Like I don't know what was going on. My whole body went through a transformation trying to get that stuff out. It was not the best nacho. And I don't understand people that do that. You know, I don't understand people that take a gathering situation and force their thing on the gathering. All right. Now you could have made nachos on the side and told everybody these ain't real nachos, but then also make real nachos so that people can have that option. This was the only nacho option, right? And I done messed up this whole bowl of the Dorito chips and Cool Ranch chips. And Cool Ranch chips are my favorite. Cool Ranch chips. Cool Ranch. I don't know where I would be without Cool Ranch. Cool Ranch, and especially if you get that secret chip in the bottom of the bag, they got all that flavor on it. Oh, man, say. But yeah, I ask questions. So the that's how I got the name Questions, because I'm always asking questions like, who is this? Who made that? What is that? What it tastes like? Did you eat it first? Did it hurt your stomach? Is it good? Who made it? Are they here? Hey, did you make that? When did you make it? Did you make it last night? Also, another thing. Oh, you know what? This is why we say we're just talking, and this is why I say that my podcast is therapy. And I'm going to try my best to make this podcast short. Whenever the podcast is just about me, I'm going to try my best to make it short, sweet, and just a nice little conversation. That is my tagline, by the way. We're just talking. The name of my podcast is Oddly Even. If you're just not tuning in, what's up? I'm your host, John J.C. Munn. Um, I don't forgot what I was saying that quick. Look at me getting old. But yeah, the tagline is that we just talking. So when I don't have a guest on here, I'm gonna try my best to make this a small, short podcast so that it's not something that you feel like you're spending a lot of time on, which I'm glad that you even spent 2 seconds on. If you made it this far, man, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It's not gonna be long. We just having small, simple conversation, right? So we was talking about me asking questions about what I'm eating and pigging out at the potluck, and then things that are on my face. Like I can't hide my emotions. My first reaction to certain things is going to show, and I try to clean it up after that, right? So yeah, if you invite me to go get something to eat, and if you invite me to a party or something, and there's food there, you best believe I'm gonna be in that buffet line, or I'm gonna be in that serving line while I'm looking and waiting on my turn to move forward. I'm asking questions. Hey, is that chicken? Is that fried chicken? Is that baked? Who made? Is that lasagna? Is it beef lasagna? Is it this? Like I ask those questions. You got to. You got to ask questions. You got to be, because it's your body at the end of the day. I don't care what we celebrate. It's going to go inside my body, and I don't want to eat something that's going to turn my whole system up and have me sick. And now we got to trace back what I just ate. Like what did I eat? You know that feeling when you're in the middle of the night and you start and you start feeling that, and you go to that bathroom and it sounds like you turned on the faucet, just shooting out. I'm sorry if that's graphic, but that's what happens when you don't ask questions about what you're eating. So ask questions, man. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to question somebody why they brought this to the potluck. Okay? And while we talking about potlucks, I ain't want to talk about potlucks, but I feel it in my spirit to say this. If you don't bring something that feeds at least 70% of the people, or if you don't bring something that 70% of the people need or use, you need to chill out at the potluck. You don't need to be grabbing no plate and doing all this and grabbing all this food. If you ain't contribute to over 70% of the potluck, get you a little bit and go on about your way before, because that's when people start cutting their eyes and they start looking at your plate size and looking down at what you got, and you be known for, oh, they just coming over here to eat. You don't want that reputation. That's a bad reputation. Hard to come out that reputation. So if you're gonna go to a potluck, please bring something that's going to be used by 70% of the people there. And if you're going to go to a potluck, and if you're going to bring something to a potluck, bring something that people actually want and not something that you just like. You know what I'm saying? That's selfish. How selfish of you to bring a peanut-based nacho to a potluck? That's selfish. You know what I'm saying? That's like me bringing my only type of sushi that I eat to a potluck, and everybody else don't eat it. But I'm gonna present it like, hey, here's 1,000 sushi rolls that don't nobody want. You know, this is what I brought. They don't make it right. Nobody want that stuff. I digress. What's up? We still here. It's the Odd Even Podcast. John, that's me, the host, having my conversation. This is therapy for me. So I appreciate y'all allowing me to release, to speak, to talk. Even if you ain't paying attention, even if you just playing it, even if you don't care to listen to it, even if you don't like it, it's therapy for me, and I appreciate it. This has turned into a job. And this is just episode 6, but it's a lot of things happening behind the scenes. It's a lot of partnerships starting to come behind the scenes. It's a lot of curiosity of, hey, what time do you have the interview? And the interviews are coming. I promise you the interviews are coming. It's just that I have a regular life. This podcast is not, I'm not in it for the money. I'm not in it for the views. I'm not in it for to be used as like a crutch to help me financially. Like I said, this is really just therapy for me. It's mental health. It's part of my mental health. I know I got to express out thoughts, or I got to speak, or I got to talk to people, right? So now I want to talk about being cheap, right? I want to talk about being cheap. I'm not cheap. I'm just concerned about where my money goes. You know what I'm saying? I'm very concerned. And I don't have a need. I'm one of those people. I don't buy stuff I don't need, and I rarely buy stuff that I need anyway. And I really don't buy stuff that I want. It's rare that you'll find me just buying something just to be buying it. So if we go to the store, let's say the great famous Walmart, right? I am a great value customer. You know what I'm saying? I'm an equate customer. That's my lane. I wish Walmart just had a store full of great value stuff and full of equate stuff, so I can just alleviate all the high dollar stuff and get them out the way. I just want to see my price point things. I don't know who else on here is an equate person or a great value person. Y'all know you don't need a coupon for that. It's cheap as it is. Well, hold on. Now, Walmart, y'all starting to get out of hand with some of your great value prices. I done seen some prices increase. But especially for like lotion, shower soap, dishwashing soap, things that you can clean the house around with. I'm not going to pay $10 for some Lysol when the great value lemon scent or lavender scent or mango scent is $4 or $3.58. I'm not going to spend all the higher dollar for just the name brand of Lysol when this great value works just as good. You may have to use a little bit more elbow to get it clean or to do what it do, but no, I'm a great value customer. You know what I'm saying? It's always somebody that says, hold on, hey, do you know how to do anything? Do you know how to do something that you want other people to know that you know how to do? Let me know. I can tell people, like right here is when I want to start putting in like advertisements or whatever. I won't charge you and you don't pay me. You know what I'm saying? It's just street networking, basically word of mouth. I'm trying to be the mouth of your word. So if you know how to do, I know somebody that know how to just cut hot water on. All right, she know how to just cut her hot water. So that's somebody I know. You might just one day need hot water cut on. I know somebody that can shave pit bulls. No other dog, he can shave pit bulls, and he do it with a scissor. He do it with scissors and a needle and thread. I don't know what he's doing, but he can shave pit bulls. It don't even look like they lost any hair. So if you know how to do something and you want other people to know you know how to do it, let me know. Alright? I'm trying to help. Alright. And I love paying my great value prices. Now, speaking on being cheap, I recently experienced going to a steakhouse, and it wasn't necessarily me stepping outside the box, because I will spend some money for the right occasion. But it's been so long since I've been having those right occasions, and as I was at this steakhouse, the server person was going to another table, and they rolled the cart out with the desserts. Now I didn't know. It's been so long since I seen somebody roll a cart out with some desserts and show it to the table. You know how they roll that cart out, and it's like 7 different desserts, and they be like, "Here's the bread pudding with the ice cream. We have the carrot cake with the cognac ganache. We have pecan pie. We have a chocolate chip cookie. We have the chocolate cake. We have this. When they roll it to your table to make you go, I ate, but I might want to get some more of that. And it's fake. It's the fake dessert. So I was sitting there and I'm watching the man roll it out, and I said to my guest, or to my date, or to this lovely lady that I was with, I said, well, "Wow, I ain't seen that in like 25 years." And it was funny. It was one of those things that struck me, and it was funny. And my guest, I'm embellishing a little bit, but my guest was like, you 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 know, you ain't. When the last time you been to a restaurant that does that? And I said, man, it's been years. And I'm watching this man present. They present the whole dessert. You know what I'm talking about? Those restaurants, when you get to a certain price point and they bring the dessert to you, they don't just give you the menu and say, well, will you guys be having dessert? After you eat. No, they roll the dessert to you. Now there's a more higher price place that'll bring like the food out like that. Like they bring a lobster out, holding it, the whole lobster tank. Like pick the lobster that you want. You like, I ain't even eating lobster. I came to eat the macaroni and cheese. But if you want to give me some lobster, okay. They show you what they have. Like I don't know. Is that like an expensive place? Is that I don't know. Is that expensive eating? Whether when you just go somewhere and it's on the menu and they tell you, hey, do you want the dessert menu, or they roll it out. It's been a minute since I've been like that. But I was saying that to say about me being cheap. I'm not cheap. I'm just concerned about where my money goes. Also, if you, I got to the point where I don't give to the homeless no more, because I'm concerned about where my money goes. I don't give to the homeless no more. There was this one lady, I don't even know her name, but she was along the route that I would go to my part-time job, and she's always at the light. And every time I stop there, she come dragging her little self out there like a thriller dancer, dragging dragging out. And she'll put her hand right by my window. If there's anything you can help me out with, if there's anything you can give me, I appreciate it. And it's like, man, here, this is all I got. And she'll look at it and she'll be like, well, okay, well, thank you. And she walked off. I gave this lady money for about 4 months, and I realized I am her employer. Yeah, I mean, do you understand that? She come to my truck, put her hand by my window, and I'm giving her money every time I go there. That was 4 days out of the week that I was giving her money. Sometimes it was like $1, sometimes it was a little bit less, sometimes it was more, but it was constantly. And I had to tell her, I said, hey, I've been doing this for about 4 months. And she was like, I've never seen you before in my life. And I got upset. I said, I've been giving you money for 4 months in this same spot. You be coming to my same truck, and you always asking me for money. You work for me. You got to work for me, because I'm always giving you some money. So I'm gonna need you to do some work. And she did her little thriller dance right on back across the street. And the next day, I didn't give her no more money. I stopped giving them money. I stopped, and I stopped giving homeless people money because if you're homeless, and this is something I learned from my uncle. He told me something about like if you're hitchhiking and you're trying to go somewhere. I mean, if you come across a person who's hitchhiking and they're standing still, they're not serious, right? Don't ever pick up somebody that's hitchhiking anyway. But if you have that type of heart, which you're a weird person if you pick up a hitchhiker. I don't care if God's talking to you, Buddha talking to you, the stars and the galaxy align and you felt the need to go. You should not be picking up people that are hitchhiking. I mean, whatever. That's just my personal opinion. But he said that if a hitchhiker is just standing there, they're not seriously trying to go nowhere. But if you see somebody walking and moving and they got their thumb out or they just walking and moving, then they're serious about where they're going. And I've seen homeless people who are out there really trying to make some money more so than just ask for money. And that's the thing. It's like at this point, try to do something for money other than just say, hey, you got some money you can spare. You know, I've had homeless people look at me as if I'm rich, which I don't know what I was wearing or what gave them that sense to think that they could just start off by saying you got $20. $20? $20? That's your starting ask? What happened to just saying you got something you can help me out with? You got something that I'm just trying to get some, and then I'm just, man. I don't know who I'm talking to. I know I'm talking to somebody. I don't know what happened to the. Can you just help me get something to eat? Homeless people, and then especially when they would be right there outside of McDonald's or right here at the store. As soon as you walk in, can you just help me get something to eat? And then you go get them something to eat, and they're thankful for it. They'll say, "Can you help me get something to eat?" I tried to walk. I was at McDonald's. I tried to go in McDonald's and get this man something to eat. Not only this is the way. It's two separate stories. Two separate stories. The first story was I walked in the downtown Dallas McDonald's. It was a homeless person right there. I had just got paid. I was feeling good about myself. And I said, hey, man, come on. I'm going to help you out, man. You hungry? You got family out here? You by yourself? 'Cause, it's a Greyhound station right there, too. So it'd be homeless people over there. So I walked them into McDonald's. The McDonald's employee tried to kick them out. I guess because they've been there before doing this, doing that. And I said, no, I'm gonna buy them something to eat real quick. And they was like, yeah, we understand that, but we don't want them to come in the store because they done came in here before and did all this and did all that. So I was like, okay. I said, I'm gonna bring you something back. I go. This is when the McDouble was like $1. I don't know how much the McDouble costs now. The McDouble was $1. The McChicken was 89 cents. Do y'all remember that? When the double cheeseburger was $1 and the McChicken was 89 cents. So I got them the McDouble, I got them McChicken sandwich, and then I got them I think I got water. I didn't get like juice or soda. I got water. Walked outside and gave this man the food. He was like, "Oh man, big dog, I thought you could have got me the Big Mac meal." The Big Mac meal? I don't even eat Big Mac meals. How? What is that to make people think? Let me see. What is it that make homeless people think that you are supposed to give to them? That's my problem. That's my problem. When they think you are supposed to give to them. The second time I went to McDonald's, um, at the no, this was in a different location. Uh, this was over there by the Dart line, Illinois, by the Illinois station. There's a McDonald's somewhere down by there. But anyway, same situation. Man, I just hungry. Can you give me something to eat? I said, yeah, I got you, man. I'm gonna go in there. Well, now he was like, no, just give me the money. Just give me the money. I go. I said, man, I'm gonna go to McDonald's right now. I can get you something to eat. No, player, just give me the money. Like if you homeless, or I don't even want to say homeless because he said he was hungry. If you're hungry, why are you fighting the fact that I'm finna give you something to eat? I'm finna go get you something to eat. He was like, no, just give me the money. And I looked at him and I was like, nah, I ain't gonna give you the money. I'll give you something to eat. This dude smacked his teeth. All right, man, just go ahead and wave me like shoot me. Like, all right, man, go ahead, shoot me. Like shoot, like go ahead. Like I'm trying to help you out. You asking me for something to eat. when I say this is my therapy, I appreciate y'all listening to me rant. Like I don't understand that part about homeless people or people who are going through certain situations. The humbleness is not there no more. The arrogance to be like, give me something is too much. I don't understand that. I don't have to give anything. I give it kindly out of my nature. And that's what's causing a lot of people who are going through tough times to miss out on blessings like that, because people who are out there have already rubbed people the wrong way, like the wrong way. I have a homeboy that when he see homeless people, he go off on them. Get away from me. Get away. I ain't finna give you nothing. Go find you a job. Go do something. Go get you something to do. And at first, I thought he was the meanest person to treat somebody like that, because you never know. You could be in that same situation. But then I find myself understanding why he does that, because they act as if like you are supposed to give them. I remember I had a homeless person. I gave them. I was going to 7-Eleven and to get some gas, and they was like, "Man, just anything you can give me." Sitting outside 7-Elevens, anything you can give me, just anything. I'm thankful for it all. And I was like, "Okay, cool, cool." So I walk in 7-Eleven. Um, I had $12. This was back when gas was still $1 something. I had $12. I got $10 on the pump, and I got $2 left over. So I walk outside, give my man $2. Like, here you go, man. God bless you. That's how you got, big dog. I can't stand when people call me big dog. I don't know what that is. Don't call me big dog. You don't know me like that. That's not that. None of my nicknames is big dog. Don't call me big dog. But he was like, "That's all you got, big dog." And I'm like, "That's all you need. You don't got. What do you got right now? You ain't got nothing. I'm trying to help you out." And I dang near snatched my money back. It's that arrogance that they feel like that you supposed to give them something. Now I will say, women and children, I still will give to a certain extent, but a man, especially if you're a man, and even though you might be doing bad or whatever, if you look like you can lift something, pick something up, push something, you got time to make some money. I don't care if you grab some scissors and you out there cutting grass with some scissors. I don't care if you and then I remember it was one dude that was like, "I'll pump your gas for like $2." At least he's trying to work. You know what I'm saying? If you go to Vegas, the old Vegas, not the new Vegas. If you go to the old Vegas, they got this area where they do street performers that get money. I don't know what these people. I don't know if they're homeless or if they're just talented people who haven't caught their Hollywood break, or if they need money for drugs, or whatever the case may be. But anyway, they have circles in the street. I don't. If you go to Vegas, go to old Vegas. Try to find out how to get to the old Vegas, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But they got circles in the street for these street performers, and the street performers got to stay inside the circle. And they got their little hat or they got their little bucket for change, and they do whatever it is they doing. And while you walk by, you give them money. They don't bother you and say, "Can you pay? Can you give me? Can you this? Can you that?" They just they dare to do their performance, and you drop the money out for them and you keep walking. That's what I want to see, or that's what I wouldn't mind seeing, and that's what I wouldn't mind helping. If you like that and you got it moving and you doing something, I don't mind giving you some money for that. I don't mind helping you. All right, here's some money, man. You out here trying. You out here trying to do it. Walmart, y'all got to stop the family thing. You know, when I say man, I'm going off on a tangent right now. But Walmart, y'all gonna have to go outside and get the family that's under the tree. I don't know why they. Okay, it's always like and I'm not trying to sound racist. I'm not trying to sound stereotypical or anything, but it's usually a family of a certain background, whatever that background may be, and they don't speak English, and it's always a lady with a long paper and a little daughter and like a newborn baby. And I don't know what this is about, but they always at Walmart up under the tree, right when you turn in, and you see them standing right there with the thing, and And the thing that gets me sometimes is that the kids are happy. Like the kids are happy. But the mama be like this and handing you the note, you be reading the note. I can't speak English. Me and my family's homeless and we looking for some money. Can you please help us out? And I hate judging people like that because now my mind has been tainted by being, coming across people who misuse that blessing. And I'm always like, and I look at the kids. If the kid look like like they hungry and it's tough and it's hard, then I'll have a heart and I get them money, get them something or buy them something or go in Walmart and bring something back out and give it to them, bottle of water or something. But if your kid, if you got this note about you can't make it and you're sad and you're this and the kid is just over there like playing halfway in the street, throwing rocks at the trees, and they happy. It's like, no, I don't know what y'all got going on, but the kid is happy. So you okay? You gonna be all right. That might be wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm saying I'm concerned about where my money goes. That's what we was talking about, right? I'm concerned about where my money goes. Now, the last thing I want to talk about, especially since we just passed, what we just passed, Valentine's Day, is being in situations where where somebody like, okay, so let me just tell you what happened. I was on a date. A lot of things happen to me while I'm on a date. I don't think I'm meant to date nobody. I think I'm not meant to date. But anyway, I was on a date, and this is from the app. Maybe that's what I'm not meant to date nobody from the app, right? I was on a date from this app. What dating apps do y'all use? Let's pause real quick. I heard Tinder is the app you're supposed to go to when you just trying to find somebody to smash or whatnot. Is that right? Plenty of Fish, the Black app. I don't know who uses the Black app. Did anybody use the Black app? I don't use these apps no more. I'm just saying this when I was like when I was trying to get back into the dating game, because I don't have game to go up to a girl, a woman, and be like, yo, baby, you know what I'm saying? My name's Jonathan, you look kind of nice. I was wondering if I can get your number and maybe I can call you sometime. Does that work? Like, does that work? For some reason, I don't think that works. Or maybe I don't have confidence enough to do that. So I got to go through the dating app with a little picture and a little bio and all this anyway. But anyway, I met this girl on the app. We texting back and forth through the app, and it's kind of cool, she seemed all right. Then we get to the point where she's like, it's all right to call me, because I think we've been going back and forth for like 2 months or something. So she was like, it's all right to call me. So she gave me her number. We talking this, that, and the other, and we finally decide to let's meet up. Let's meet with each other. Let's hang out. So we go hang out. We went to a restaurant. Now this was the first warning sign. I'm not a punctual person, but I try my best to either be right on the time. Sometimes I'm a little early, sometimes I'm a little bit late, but I try to be right on the time. If we finna meet up at 7:00 at the restaurant, I'm gonna be there at 7, either 6:50, in between 6:50 to 7:05. Like I'm gonna be or 7:10. I'm gonna be somewhere around that ballpark.
If you're looking for healthcare, free healthcare, you can always hit us up at www.right, WRIGHT, care, benefits, benefits.com. It's a spot on that page where you can inquire about free healthcare, if you need retirement, or if you need any life insurance. We insure anybody, so pre-existing conditions, it doesn't matter. You can be HIV positive, you can have cancer, you can have any type of illness, and we will insure you. There's no underwriting, so no pre-existing conditions.
Okay. All right, guys, you heard.
So she showed up late. I go to the bar, and I'm nervous. So when I get there early, I go to the bar. I ask for a shot. I take a shot, and then I also here's another thing. I talked about this during the Valentine's podcast. I always I always go on a date having something in your stomach. You know, don't go on a date hungry. Don't do that, fellas. Don't go on a date hungry. That way you can have the money to take care of your date if need be, and you don't look like you pigging out because you hungry, you eat. So I got like a appetizer. They had like a appetizer special. It was half off. So I quickly ate the appetizer and quickly took a shot. So she shows up, and since I'm already at the bar, she was like, "Well, no, we can stay at the bar. That's fine." So we stay at the bar, and the I told the waiter was cool, cooler dude. I already told him I was going. I said, "Hey man, I'm meeting a girl here. I'm just trying to get a little drink in me real quick, get some food in me, But when she comes, just act like I ain't did nothing." He's like, "Cool, I got you." So he come back. He was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I was like, "Hey man, I'm good. We gonna sit here at the bar. Can we have a menu?" So he bring the menu out, and the first thing this girl asked is, "What are your top shelf beverages?" I don't even know what that means. I'm looking at the menu to find me something to eat. I heard what she asked for, but I don't even know what that means. She's like, what are your top shelf beverages?" So he's like, "Yeah, we got bop bop doop 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 dop." And she was like, "Okay, well, can you put this?" She mixed three different alcohols. It was like a tequila, vodka, and another type of tequila in this drink with pineapple or something she put in it. I'm not even really paying attention to her because I'm concerned about my money. I know that I ate a little bit and I know how much money I got and I know how much money I'm finna spend. So I'm finna chill out now and kind of you know I'm on a date. I'm trying to be a gentleman, and I got a certain amount that I'm gonna spend on this person for our first meeting. So as I'm looking through the menu for my price point item, I'm hearing her order this weird drink and asking these weird questions about Top Shelf. So she get this drink three times. And now on the menu, there's a happy hour, which we're there for happy hour, 'cause I'm concerned about my money. And I'm picking these happy hour drink. Give me the margarita, give me the bartender's choice drink mix. I'm ordering all the cheap stuff. And when we got to the check and he brought the check was at $150. I know for a fact, my meal with the drinks and even the stuff I had before came out to a total of $35. And I'm like, how are we at $150? So then I'm looking and I'm trying to be cool about it. I really don't. When I say I almost didn't have that money, I really didn't almost have this money. So I'm trying to be cool about it. Yeah, you know how you know how they when they hold on, what a paper at? You know how they give you that bill paper, and then I always go to the dude first. So if they're unsure, they'll put it in the middle. So he slid it by me. I appreciate it. I'm talking, I was talking. And in my head, I'm like, how the hell we get $150? The top shelf drink she got was 25 each. That was $75 on just her getting a drink. That put us at 100 right there. Cause I had a 30 something dollar meal and she's already at 75 on just the drinks. Her meal was like 40 or something like that. I promise. Man, when I say I never called, text, or looked at this woman ever again, straight ghost. I'm talking about Casper, the friendly ghost. I didn't. Don't do that to me. Don't do that. Why would y'all do that? Or why would you do that? Or why would people do that? Don't just go on a date thinking, let me get the best I can when it's happy hour time. That's letting me know you're not partner material. A partner would understand, oh, he's taking me out. It's happy hour time. Oh, he's ordering from the happy hour menu. Let me do the same thing. Call me cheap if you want to. I'm not cheap. I'm concerned about where my money goes. Right? I'm telling you, I'm very concerned, especially at this day and age. All right, I'm concerned. Don't trick me into buying you a whole bunch of stuff. You know, I don't like that. Don't you go on no date with me and ask for top shelf, because now I know what that means. I didn't know what it means. When I paid, and this is what I did. When I paid for it, I didn't even give her a hug. I gave this girl a handshake. I said, "All right, girl, you know, good to meet you. Finally got a chance to see each other. You know, I appreciate it." She's like, "Yeah, I can't wait for us to do it again." I said, "Okay, yeah, yeah, all right. I'm gonna go and use the restroom." I walked her to the car. I was like, "I'm gonna use the restroom before I leave." I went back in the restaurant and talked to the server dude. I was like, "Hey, what's top shelf?" Because the drink she ordered was $25, and the drink I ordered was $3. So he was like, "Well, top shelf is when you get, you know, it's like basically asking for the most expensive alcohol or the better grade of quality alcohol we have in the building." And I was like, "Ain't that a cuss word?" Because I cussed this girl out, but I cussed her out while I was signed when I pulled my credit, I pulled my card out, cussing her out. This mother, I'm laughing at, I'm cussing her out all the way, and I gave my man a good tip because he played it cool with me. So I gave him a tip, and I'm cussing her out the whole way. Gave the thing back. This girl, oh man, say I tried to block this out of my mind. This girl also asked to look at the bill. Like, well, why? 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 Why you want to look at the bill? Cause you ordered some top shelf stuff. Why do you want to look at the bill? Like, why? I didn't understand that. I didn't let her look at the bill. I was like, no, don't worry about it. I got it. I got it. She said, oh, I just want to see the bill. I know you don't need to see the bill. I got it. Don't worry about it. So I don't think I'm meant for dating, especially in this time frame of me being very concerned about how I spend my money. Right. I hope y'all are enjoying these stories. I hope you are. Let me tell you, my spring break hits Friday, right? My spring break hits Friday. I'm so excited to be on spring break. Not because I need a break from school, but because being on spring break opens up my daytime for me to do my interviews. This is where I got all my interviews lined up. So now you should be seeing interview. All right, I got some amazing people. There's a adult romance how do I say? She's an author who has made adult literature, reading literature, like not just like the Fabio stuff. You know, y'all remember Fabio? I don't know if he was Italian, the Italian dude with the long hair that was always on the cover of books, riding on a horse. Like, she don't do those type of romance novels. She do, from my understanding, sex romance novels, right? Like explicit. I don't think it's pictures and stuff like that, but from what I understand, her writing is very detailed, and that's someone I can't wait to talk to. And then among my tax people, I got people who are very professional with tax. It's still tax time, and some of y'all may not have done y'all taxes, and some of y'all may be in hard situations about your taxes. And I have people who, no matter what your background situation, marital status, job status, this, that, and the other, they can get you a refund. And it's not a refund where it's like, is the IRS gonna come audit me in a couple of hours or a couple of days? No, they know the game of taxes, and they know the codes and things that can apply to your situation to help you get the maximized refund that you want. And they're very punctual, they're very transparent, they're open, and they're accessible. You know, they pick up the phone if you call and be like, hey, I ain't seen my refund, what's going on? Or hey, I thought I was gonna get this much back. Like, they're very punctual. So they're coming. I'm trying to keep this short, right? We just talking. This is the Oddly Even podcast. We just talking. Counterbalancing the norm. So I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. This is what I'm gonna leave you with. So, like I was saying, find a way to laugh, smile, or make your face crack. You know what I'm saying? Find a way to make this muscle strong. All right, throughout your day. It's a lot going on. Here come the presidential election. they finna do something to Diddy. I don't know if Diddy did it or Diddy didn't do it. The world is going through some weird stuff. They shut down they shut the cell phones down for like a whole day. I didn't even know that Instagram and I think Facebook or something went down for almost a whole day. I like to thank the people at Metro PCS. I don't know what system y'all on. I don't know what tower y'all work with, but when all these AT&T people and T-Mobile people and Sprint people and whatnot couldn't get their phone working, Metro PCS didn't have no problem with me. I was receiving phone calls. I was giving phone calls. My internet was working. It was people who was like, man, my phone ain't even, man, Metro, you done it again. The only thing that I ask that y'all do is fix it when I'm in Mexico. When I'm in Mexico, I can't talk to nobody. I don't know what that's about. Can we get the pipe, the tower to get to Mexico, or is that an extra charge? Because I like the no contract cell phone because I'm very concerned about my money. I'm not finna. I supposed to. I'm trying. I know. I'm trying not to make this long, but there's so much stuff I want to say and want to share. Like I said, this is my therapy. This is me just expressing myself. T-Mobile, don't fall for the T-Mobile iPhone scam. And this is what they do. T-Mobile will tell you, hey, we'll give you a free iPhone and we'll give you another iPhone. All you got to do is be in contract for 3 years and in the contract pay the phone bill of $39.99, but also pay $50 for the extra iPhone because we're going to give you one for free, but we want you to pay $50 a month for the extra iPhone. Now, if you times 50 by 12, so the five, wait, hold on. So you got the 12, the zero is the zero over here, and then you got the zero at the bottom, right? And then you got the 5 times 2 is 10. So you already got a zero, then you put the zero here, and you put the 1 up there, and then you do the 5 times 1, which is 5, and then you add the 1, 6, that's $600 a month. So that's 600 times 3 is going to be $1,800. You end up paying $1,800 for an iPhone, right? But they tell you it's for free if you get into a 3-year contract. It's really not. You just paying it over time. So I appreciate the fact that Metro has no contract obligation and my phone bill is cheap and I could just take a phone to them. I'm not listen, they're not paying me to say this. I'm just saying I'm concerned about where my money goes. That's what this podcast episode is about. I'm concerned about where my money goes. And especially thinking about my future. Since we wasn't really taught about investment, we wasn't really taught about where to put our money and what to do with this, and this is something we had to learn on the fly, especially with stocks, especially with insurance and bonds and all this and all that. Like, be concerned about your money. It's okay to be cheap. It's okay to scale back, and it's okay to not have to pay or not pay some of these things that you used to pay. Every once in a while, save some money. Save some money for yourself. Save some money for you. All right. So your takeaway for this episode is smile, laugh, have fun. Your takeaway for this episode is save some money for yourself. Be concerned about your money. All right. Be concerned about where your money is going. That's not cheap. That's not being cheap. That's not like when I think of cheap, I think of my light fixture is broke, and instead of me getting it fixed, I'm doing the least amount minimum to make it be right, like putting tape on it or buying some double-sided tape to make sure it don't fall or buying string to wrap it up. Like, that's cheap to me. I think that I'm very concerned about where my money goes. Whether you're homeless, whether you need it or not, and the potluck, be concerned about what you eat. Ask questions. If you're gonna bring something to the potluck, bring it for 70% of the people to eat. Don't bring something that you just like. You might be the only person that like putting pickles in your salad. Don't bring a big bowl of salad with chopped up pickles in it and thinking that everybody there is supposed to like it. Everybody don't eat that. if you are going to bring something that's spicy, put the spice on the side to be added by those that don't eat spice. You know what I'm saying? So that way they can determine how much spice they want. Don't just throw a bunch of spice in the pot and throw it in the potluck and everybody go, oh man, it's. I guess I'm talking for the people in my age group. We got issues. We'll talk about that some other time, about high blood pressure, cholesterol, things like that. Because I got a personal trainer and a what's that called? A health dietitian. This is what it's called. That we'll talk about. But man, I done talked enough. I done talked so much, I didn't even finish my drink. But this is your boy. This is your host, John C. Munn, Jelly Bean, Bucarino, J Champ, JSL, Questions, Big Knees, J Chap. Who else have been called? I'm trying to think of a name I ain't been called in a minute. Oh, Poetry in Motion. I used to be called Poetry in Motion. PIM. And then I put a P on there when I was trying, you'll know. But anyway, man, I appreciate it. If you made it this far, high five, smooches to you or whatever. I appreciate you making it this far and kicking it with me. Guests coming soon. Be light, be right, do something that makes you feel good. Always make yourself feel good. Always do something for you. It's okay to be selfish every once in a while, so do something for you. All right? I'll Eating Podcast, we gone, we out. Episode 6 is in the books. Closed, shut. See you when I see you, or peep you when I peep you. Peace.